this is how the day should have gone. Instead, it went like this. So let's go over why it should have gone like this and what happened. All right, obviously, now I'm down a total of 5% on this new valuation, which is a terrible start. I've had all 3 straight losing days in a row. So the losing streak continues, and let's go over the charts. So coming into the day, we have this big ass new week opening gap because the market just gapped up from Friday. Right, we hit all-time high on YM, and then we gapped above it. ES had this high, we gapped to it. Same with NQ. So coming into the day, I'm feeling pretty bearish, right? So the daily chart didn't really show it that well, but right, you can see this is the gap on every asset, and basically the week is opening with no lower wick. It's like a wickless candle, so it's a pretty strong draw. ES has it, but NQ and YM don't. So right, so I'm feeling pretty bearish, and to back up that idea, coming into the session, we have this 6-hour sequential SMT, or just SMT fill, with this 6-hour gap. Right, you see YM is not in it. And here on NQ, this was a midnight candle is bullish, and here it's bearish, so it's 2-stage. And also if you use R2Y, we have a 4-hour 2-stage where you can ignore NQ. So this is the 4-hour gap on YM. All right, this is at 2200. The next candle, the 2 o'clock candle in London session, takes out that high on YM, while it leaves a failure swing on R2Y. And then this new 6-hour candle, this new 6 o'clock candle, leaves a failure swing on YM, and takes that out on R2Y, so that's a strength switch, or it's 2-stage SMT. So that's more context for being bearish. So pretty simple what I saw. Yeah, bro. So I waited for this 8 o'clock candle to close, and what are we closing as? So we just made SMT within this candlestick, and we're closing below here. So that's a CSD. So that's a nice order block. And I just want to take that to the new week opening gap. So I used the 30-minute for this, just because, I don't know, I just liked the way it looked, I guess. And I think I wanted something like this, maybe. And yeah, I mean, it should be pretty simple, right? Quick retest and go. But instead, what happens is, oh, I must have started my screen recording late, but I just got fucking left. I think that, yeah, the market already opened. So I don't know why I started this recording so late, but right, obviously it leaves without me. Right, we retest this order block when nothing any higher, and then by the time the market actually opens, we're pretty much already at that new week opening gap. And yeah, this would have been an easy 1,000, easy 2R. Instead, I just didn't get anything. And yeah, I mean, in hindsight, maybe I should have just market entered. And I didn't want to make my stop too small, because like YM will literally come up to like the bodies, or like even this, and then go. So I didn't want to make my stop smaller. But I should have just market entered and then put it here, or even here, and just dealt with the loss if it happened. Instead, I just didn't get anything. So this is the first trade missed. It had everything to it. Feeling kind of salty. I feel like the market, well, I'm pretty salty, but I'm trying to have good psychology and not think that the market owes me or anything like that. Because, I mean, either way, it's not really my normal setup. Like normally I would wait for like 9 o'clock to maybe like retest this, or like make another set of opposing candles, but instead I just left. So is what it is. And then my next trade is not a very good one. All right, so here is the open. YM is in this new week opening gap officially. All right, ES is heading towards that same gap. Here's London lows right here. And then even NQ is following suit, so it's pretty aligned, right? And we have the SMT. We had this 30-minute gap, which obviously the candle hasn't closed yet, but I mean, there's really no reason for me to see it trade this far below it and think that it would reverse. So I pretty much just see that YM is failing to manipulate, you can say, these London lows, or even just this new opening gap. So I don't actually need a string switch. And then the open is actually like aligned. It's not decoupled, so NQ is expanding lower. I see this CSD eliminate, or this proposal block on the 1 minute. And I basically just get in, I think like right at 9:35, kind of in the middle of nowhere. And the thing is, I'm also low-key wanting to buy NQ because before the open, I'm thinking, okay, maybe we want these bank holiday highs. That's a pretty strong draw, but then we start to drop off of the open. We still have a good amount of space between these two, so it's like it could just be like this random retracement, and now we're coming back. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, and I'm not sure where my entry is. I'm getting ready right now, I think. I hate this match trader thing. I have to like click everything 2 times to like do stuff, like 2 to 4 times. It's just like a glitchy thing. I don't know why, but I'm setting up my pretty much this market order, stop loss above that propulsion block, and I basically get a bad fill in the middle of nowhere. But right, we open that position, immediate drawdown. It does go a little bit further, I think. But I mean, overall, just to recap it, right? We have that 6-hour sequential S&T. We have a 90-minute 2-stage now where, all right, YM's failing to manipulate this. This is a bearish candle. This is a bullish one. We take out that high. Should be used as a continuation PSP more so. And you just enter here, and it ends up stopping me out. I don't even think I had it on the recording because I was doing other stuff. Let's see what notes I had during the trade, though. So yeah, Phil's not that good, but the shorts make more sense to me because my bias is like super bearish. And even with that YM SMT, there's still no week. And even with that YM SMT, there's still no wick on the weekly candle for NQ. So I'm not expecting it to hold. And yeah, YM failing to manipulate London lows, and expanding through it so hard. I don't think I need a string switch. It's an actual rule, like you don't require it. And the open's not decoupled, like I said. So I think it's a pretty decent shot. And if I'm wrong, then obviously NQ is probably gonna take out those bank holiday highs. Yeah, so right now I'm kind of choosing to believe that it's going to be a bearish move lower, and that the gap is a stronger target than the bank holiday highs. And yeah, I thought it was a string switch, but it really wasn't. Like, they were pretty decoupled at this point still. So yeah, I saw YM kind of drifting up. I was like, okay, maybe YM is going to drift higher or consolidate while NQ expands lower to catch up to it. Otherwise, it might be screwed. And either way, I was thinking I wouldn't be able to long NQ because the RR was like not good at all to the bank holiday highs. And yeah, pretty much the fact that it's not decoupled and NQ made a run way too bearish to still be bullish, in my opinion. So I'm in it, but it looks like I'm about to eat my words. And you see, NQ is actually setting up for a long, and it has a pretty decent risk reward, 1 to 1.8. And yeah, I get stopped out here, and then I go in. I try to flip positions immediately. But like I said, I couldn't even get 2R, so I had to put my limit, I think, right here, and then extend the TP. And let's see. Like I said, RR isn't bad, but I was too impatient on my initial short. If it loses, if this one lost, I'd be done for the day. And also be breaking my rules of only taking 1 trade within the first 30 minutes. So yeah, technically I did break my rules because I set another limit order within that first opening 30 minutes, but I didn't get tagged, so nothing really happened. But that is a problem that I shouldn't even be like looking after that, really. But yeah, I just got missed as usual. So it could have been another 1K day, or not okay. I already lost. It'll be like 500, but still be 1R. But yeah, I wouldn't have even been able to cash the trade even if I avoided the first one, just because of how it doesn't retest. Like, it's like I have to like basically start pre-firing and entering before closures, which I'm not going to start doing that. So yeah, it is what it is. So missed that. It's my second missed trade today. And then next up, we'll go over some shorts next. All right, so with the first 30 minutes of the open playout, here's NQ. It's at these bank holiday highs. And what I'm taking notice of is ES and YM. So ES is still way below here. Right, we're still in around equilibrium. We'll just fast forward a little bit. All right, it hasn't really expanded that far. And then YM is failing to manipulate. It's just expanding lower. So I'm thinking that NQ and ES could resync to go lower with YM eventually. And yeah, I mean, with the first 30 minutes of that new 90-minute open playout, I don't think there's any SMT besides this one. There's no PSP that I'm aware of. All right, well, besides technically like this 30-minute SMT with YM, but it's not really relevant. So right, we have a C2 candle, and I kind of just look at the lower time frame, and we see SD, and I'm not sure what time I actually like saw it, but it's probably like down here. So I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go there. Like we took these onion lows, and then we're so close to this new opening gap, and I'm just super bearish, so I want that, and I just use this 3-minute gap here as my limit order. And what happens? All right, come up, and we make equal highs with this 5-minute gap, pretty much. And it runs without me again. And that's 2.6 R that I could have got. And then here's that recording. It would have been 1300 if I got triggered. And yeah, as usual. So that's 3 times today. And it's just like really annoying because, I mean, it's been a while since I got a win, but it's like when I just market enter a trade, it has some like super deep like OT or retracement where like if you just waited, it would be like 50 R. But then when you like try to actually optimize the risk reward and set a limit order, it doesn't even give the retest. So pretty frustrating. And then my last trade was on gold. I actually did it before this one. And I think it was a pretty good trade, honestly. All right, I mean, keeping it simple, basically, we have this SMT with a bank holiday highs in Asian session, then we expand lower. And then we have SMT with this Friday low with, I think, only XAU Euro. Now it looks like it was both of the Forex pairs. Then ideally, I want them to take this high out to make a strength switch with gold because I don't really trust that SMT. I'm bearish on indices anyways, and I think gold is pretty bearish on the higher time frame too. Yeah, like it's kind of consolidating, but like expansion, consolidation is probably going to break lower. So I'm feeling pretty bearish. And then we get this SMT with silver instead, which I went in it with the gold pairs, but this is pretty okay too, right? So we have silver taking out this high, and then gold leaving that failure swing. And when I check it, it's pretty much like 10 o'clock is opening up within this swing. So, all right, I set it for my opposing candle using this gap. Then I set a limit on here. So if we go to that, all right, so we have that SMT with silver. Have this 5-minute CSD using this gap, and I'm in that. And it just basically instantly loses. And of course, it takes me out and then goes all the way to my draw. So this is kind of just, this is a good trade. I don't regret this because it's like really just market variance. Like this will usually hold. I mean, this is a pretty decent retracement. All right, we're using that gap. We came pretty close to EQ. So I guess it's kind of just inducement that I got stopped out on because it held this initial SMT in this first order block. And yeah, like sometimes it'll hold this, sometimes it'll do this BS that metals does, or really any market where it just sweeps it out again. So that's just kind of, it is what it is. I mean, at the time, the 90-minute was also looking pretty good. It was like all the way like down here when I entered. So I thought I was gonna close a reversal candle with like a pretty small wick. So, but yeah, then I did measure it out, and my stop loss was not protected because if I should pull the video up. So I mean, not the cleanest trade, but I mean, it was pretty clean. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with indices, so I thought this was pretty clean. And then it's not a convincing SMT. Like we made the SMT with made the SMT at this point, and then we're consolidating within this range. So it's not a reversal. So we at least need to resweep this low out, right? If not, just come down here. Especially with me being bearish on the higher time frame. So yeah, I wanted that string switch with the Forex pairs, but the lower time frame signatures were good. It was at a key time, and the 90-minute looked really good. So yeah, I was fine taking that. And so when I got into the 90-minute, it was like all the way down here, where now it's like coming back up. So you can like trade it within the last is it like 15 minutes really? Yeah, I mean, I even said here that like I feel like it can go, like it will go, but I'm gonna do some like gold BS and sweep me out. All right, so it's just kind of unfortunate. And then I'm not sure if I ever measured it on camera. Oh, so we're gonna like a two-stage. Where Silver's gonna close this bullish PSP, so it's gonna be a two-stage PSP, but I don't think I'm gonna survive because my stop isn't safe. And why is that? So when you're fading a 90-minute candle, where the wick is somewhat big, you basically want to take it from the 90-minute open, so that'd be at 9 o'clock, or I don't know if it's the open or the low, but to the high. Something like this, it doesn't really matter. But either way, my stop loss is not above here, which if it was like here, it'd be protected, but this one, you never know. Even just using this recent range, like it's, no, this one. Well, this one technically it's inducement, it's right below EQ, then here, it's right at it. So it's kind of just a prime spot, but I'm not gonna like extend my risk because I was already risking 500 with this. So it's just super unfortunate. It makes me want to drop gold again, but like I said, it was like a good trade. It was just market variance. And I mean, like I said here, not even a bad trade. It's not ideal. I think I forced it because I couldn't get a trade. I couldn't get a read on indices, but it was still a good trade. But I'm probably just gonna scrap it just because, like, I can't handle like taking a loss on gold first and then only having one shot on indices, or taking a loss on indices first and losing on gold again. Like, I don't remember the last time I've gotten a win on gold, so I'm just gonna scrap it really and just use it for bias. But I don't know. That's all I have to say. But like, this is a good trade, man. I can't even regret this. Like, everything was perfect. We kind of got that strength switch with the Forex pairs where I think it was this GBP, this 1030 candle, this 30-minute candle closed a bullish candle, and here on GC it was bearish, which is like, it's kind of a strength switch, but it's like irrelevant at that point. So this was going to be enough, but we just consolidated, swept it out, and yeah, just the classic. The losing streak continues. And yep, my two missed orders, ES shorts and the YM shorts. Not even sure if any mentors took anything today, but yeah, I just got screwed. So, yeah, not much else to say. Hope you guys did better. This is pretty mentally draining, rough patch in trading for me right now. Gold trade was literally right bias, right direction, just mistimed it, didn't have the correct stop loss placement, and on indices that NQ long could have been avoided, or the short could have been avoided, but all the other trades, I mean, if I got that YM short, I wouldn't even be watching the chart still. So it's just, if I got that, it would have like made everything like, obviously it would have been a good day. So I don't know. It's like a once in a lifetime pre-market entry, because for the last while, like there's been like no opportunities. Like every time you take a pre-market entry, you're probably gonna get cooked at the opens, but especially with the decoupling. But this time it actually worked out good. So the rest of the week, I'm probably gonna be waiting until the open. Metals, I'm still not sure. I might keep it around, but it's like for really clean stuff. This was pretty clean, but I think it was avoidable just because like how far we extended already, and trading an SMT break is automatically lower probability. So while I don't regret it, I can probably avoid it in the future just to keep an extra shot for indices, or to make today just like a -1 hour instead of -2. But yeah, down 5% on this evaluation now. Haven't won a single trade, I don't think. And yeah, I mean, a long way to go, but I can definitely make this back by the end of the week. I just hopefully can get some wins. Today I was pretty disciplined. It's still a problem that I was even watching after. So this gold loss happened at 10:30, and then I was still trying to trade ES afterwards at that like 11:10 or whatever it was. So if I won, it would be like a green day, but I'd have to break my rules to do it. So I don't know. Just super unfortunate, like I said. And yeah, maybe I should just, my only regret is maybe I should just wait for 10:30, right? If you had 10:30, then I probably would have got something over here. I don't know. Even this like CSD, this looks pretty, it's like massive. It looks like shit, but maybe I could have gotten this, like be barely 2 out of the low, but at least it'd be a win. So but yeah, I mean, you can fade the 90-minute, but I should just check my stop loss really, because it was not at a safe spot. Like even I knew like it's probably gonna get even I knew this is probably gonna get manipulated. So this is what it is. I mean, mechanically it's valid. It's just kind of discretionary. Like this looks like it's probably gonna get swept out, especially with that instant bullish reaction. So I don't know. I mean, I missed the trades I wanted today because it didn't retest enough, it didn't retrace enough. It was too heavy. Then this trade got manipulated out. So that's it for me today. Hopefully you guys did better or didn't take anything at all. See you tomorrow.